The Brian Gould Show features content from the internet and current events throughout the world. All photos, videos, names, and other content is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't fall asleep. It's rude.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode, not only a new episode, a new season. Season 4 kicks off with a new year. We are jumping into 2016. I'm your host, Brian Gould, and guess who I have in here today with me?
I'm back. Joe Cool.
Joe Cool is back from vacation. How was your vacation, Joe?
It was great. I went on a nice little cruise.
Okay, enough about that.
Yep.
So let's move. No, I'm just kidding. You went on a cruise.
Yeah, to Tampa and St. Pete. To Aruba and Carousel and Half Moon Cay and some other place. Very nice. It was enjoyable.
Now, is the half moon blue?
I tried to give them a full moon, but
they
didn't want it.
They probably didn't want to see that.
No.
Well, I'm glad you had a good cruise. I pushed on through a couple episodes without you, did the year in review.
But nobody cares about you.
Nobody cared at all. Actually, ratings and viewership was down. Numbers were down, so I won't lie. Without you, things weren't quite the same.
Say that again?
No, I'm not going to repeat myself. Your head's got to fit through the door before you leave.
We're the two best friends that anyone could have.
So the breaking news right now.
They found Tupac.
That's a story that's out right now. What's up with that? You just read that article to me.
I just read it on Facebook. You can't believe everything you see on Facebook.
Sure you can. It's on Facebook.
It said something about Tupac was found, or he was hiding in Alaska all these years.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have a picture of him and 50 Cent.
They shoveling snow together?
Shoveling snow. And who was that other person?
That was Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah. Sorry if my voice is a little hoarse. For those of you that have followed the show here over the last couple weeks, my Michigan Wolverines, they came, they saw, they conquered, and they made Gatorade out of the Florida Gators. I went to the game. I did go up there on a whim with my buddy Roe and bought a ticket off a scalper, got in. Lost my voice, screaming my head off and pissing off Gator fans around me because we won 41-7.
Wow, that wasn't that was like a landslide.
That's obliterating the competition.
That's an ass whooping, coach.
Yeah, big time. So my voice is off. And
who'd you root for?
Oh, Bama, of course.
Bama.
Yeah, no. Of course. Go Blue. And for my buddy Grimm, he's probably listening right now. I'm going to be putting up your picture here momentarily of you holding up the Hail to the Victor sign that I got you in my Michigan Charles Woodson jersey, and shed a little tear. My boy Charles played his last game yesterday as an Oakland Raider. Yeah, whatever. So that picture will be up here momentarily as you listen to the rest of the show. But, yep, Michigan won, like I said. No surprise there.
Blew them out.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be that big of a blowout.
It shouldn't have been. It should have been a little bit closer. And it kind of was in the beginning. Florida had a few trick plays that they did very well with, and then, I don't know, our defense showed up. Actually, I do know. Our defense showed up, and we just dominated the rest of the game.
How'd Tebow do?
They could have used Tebow. They really could have, because Florida only had 23 all-purpose yards the whole second half.
23?
The whole second half, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
Tebow would have ran for that himself.
Yeah, it was on one play, maybe.
On one play.
So, speaking of football, let's talk about the playoffs here. NFL playoffs.
Playoffs.
We've got Kansas City at Houston. Kansas City's the favorite. Who do you like in that game?
I like Kansas City.
KC. Yeah, I think so. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Cincy.
See, your knee-jerk reaction is that, but their starting quarterback's not there.
Dalton.
Yeah, he's out.
Dalton's been out, right?
Yeah, he's got a broken thumb. He's done for the season.
But they've still been winning without him.
They
right?
only won one game after him. Yeah.
I'm going with the other team. Then.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Is Big Ben playing?
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going with Big Ben.
Yeah, I'm going to have to experience there. Seattle at Minnesota.
How can you go against Seattle? Because they've been to back-to-back...
Agreed.
Back-to-back games, Super Bowls.
You know what?
1-1, lost 1.
You know what the teaser is here, though, is Minnesota got in there, but their defense is completely underrated. I like Minnesota. Harvard actually picked their preseason favorites to go to the Super Bowl was Seattle and Miami.
Here's how I look at it. I thought last year Seattle was lucky to get in there.
Yeah.
Okay, the year before, the same thing. I don't think they're that good during the regular course of this season, but they find ways to get to where they need to be.
They turn it up in the playoffs. I agree.
Now, against the Vikings, that might be a different story.
Yeah, AP's there.
AP's back.
Yep.
Without AP, I'd say it would be a Seattle win, but...
Well, Seattle's 6.5-point favorite in Minnesota.
I'm going with Minnesota.
And that's an outdoor game, too. It's in the cold. So good luck, Seattle. I'm going with the Vikings myself. And then the last first rounder is Green Bay at Washington, with Washington the favorite.
Wow. That surprised me, that Washington's the favorite.
I think the way that they've been playing...
Everybody's jumping on the Kirk Cousins bandwagon.
And he's on fire right now. He's not the best quarterback in the league, but you just have to ride that out, like Colin Kaepernick a couple seasons ago. He just got hot at the right time, and he's a household name. Cousins is a household name right now.
But can they beat the Pack, go?
The mighty Packers. I think they can pull it off.
Where are they playing?
In Washington.
In Washington.
Yep.
You know what? I'll go with your theory.
So we agree with all of them. Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and Washington.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where there could possibly be an upset. I wouldn't even call them upsets.
Well,
I think it's anybody's ball game.
Minnesota beating Seattle technically is an upset according to Vegas odds, but...
Well, that's because Seattle's been to the Super Bowl twice in the last 2 years. That's why I think they'd call that an upset.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just they're going to be good games. I don't see any blowout games.
No. And how about those Patriots losing in Miami? That's their third loss in a row in Miami.
Yeah, way to choke.
Yeah.
Guys.
I'm glad to see that.
Me too.
That made my day.
America's team.
So
no, that's Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas is America's team.
That's America's garbage team right now. Jeez.
Yeah.
So it's a new year, 2016. We were just talking about this. No New Year's resolution. Don't have anything that comes to mind?
I just want to be happy.
You don't want to
healthy.
get a gym membership?
Yeah, I think I'm getting one.
That's what you want to do. You want to start a gym in October and then close it in February, because everyone signs up for gym memberships and then don't show up for their first month.
I just want to be healthy and happy this year.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been totally healthy and totally happy.
Let's talk about something realistic then. What's your
real? Wow.
Yeah. Healthy and happy.
I want to be alive for 2016.
There you go. I posted mine the other day. Laugh more, love more, achieve more, and care more. And then I said, screw this one. Care more. Who cares?
Care more. Yeah. Who cares? Exactly.
But there was sincerity behind that. I want to laugh some more, love what I'm doing more, and achieve a little bit more than what I've already done this last year. 2015 started off really bumpy for me. You know what I went through with a few things, but that's old news. So this year, I need it to be a lot better than last year, and I'm going to make sure that happens.
I don't even know what happiness really is anymore.
Everyone's definition is different. And yeah, what's going to make you happy? What makes you tick? Personally, I think just as long as you're always doing something that you're content with and okay doing, you don't have any, no such thing as regrets in my opinion, but there's a few things I'd change, but as long as you do it and you do it with everything you've got, then just do it.
My theory is, life's too short. You could wake, there might be a chance you don't wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, why not go do things that you enjoy, that brings you pleasure, and have fun.
Well, if I did everything that I wanted to do to have fun, I'd probably be in jail. Yeah. So with that being said, speaking of jail, how about our boy Bill Cosby? Man, just posted $1 million bail.
And his wife's going to be made to testify against him.
Golly. You know, looking at that whole situation, how many women now? Some 50, 52, whatever the number is. It's way up there to the point where they had to do something now.
He slipped them roofies. And I wonder if he ever slipped Rudy a roofie.
How come
Claire Huxtable?
All these people, I mean, you know, he's flipped a lawsuit back on a bunch of them for defamation of character. I mean, of those 50 or 52, let's just say 50 for argument's sake.
There's only 7 that are, I think, he's being brought up on charges for.
Of those 50, okay, you think every 51 or 50 of them, all 50 of them are legit cases?
Not all of them.
No. There's no way.
Not all of them. I wouldn't even say half of them.
You know, oh, he accidentally touched my boob, so therefore I'm filing suit. And that's the unfortunate thing is the lawyer that's handling, the DA that's handling it, anybody that's got an issue can channel through him and do one big massive lawsuit.
I'll tell you a funny thing. I was watching the TV when they brought charges against Bill Cosby, and you know what got him the charges brought? They went off something he said on Larry King's show. He was trying to be funny years ago, talking about Spanish fly and how you get women with Spanish fly.
Uh-oh.
They dug that out.
Think he slipped?
And yeah, I think it slipped, and then he had to do a deposition, and he admitted to giving some of the girls wine and 3 pills.
Oh, so this is probably...
That's what got
this
him
isn't
busted.
new. This is... Okay.
No, it's not new.
So this is snowballing.
Oh,
this started a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
And the man can't hardly walk. They're playing up the old age thing now.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him leaving the court.
With a cane.
He has a cane, and he's stumbling. And
well, he's got a real bad lazy eye, too, now. He really
lazy eye. He has 2 different color eyes.
Yeah.
He has cataracts in one.
I think what's going to end up happening is the same thing. Remember when Penn State had all those charges brought against them about the one coach?
Paterno?
No. That was the head coach. Like one of the assistant coaches or whatever. He was bringing...
Sandusky.
Yes, he was bringing in the young boys into the showers.
No, he did not touch me.
No, well...
I'm going after on saying that.
Well, remember, all that broke, and Joe Pa died in January. He just saw the new year, and he died. And they're saying from health reasons. And personally, after the legacy that guy had, I believe truly that guy died from a broken heart.
I agree.
Like the stress and everything else that came down on him for what he probably was involved in the cover-up. He, I see where I'm going with that is I see that happening to Cosby. I think eventually this is just going to destroy his health, and he's not going to be here.
I don't think he
makes it through a trial.
I don't think he sees a day in jail. I think, if anything, he'll end up having to pay these girls some money.
If they're lucky. If his health is deteriorating like this now, 12 months from now, he might not be around. He was supposed to do a TV series. Oh,
that long ago.
That's been scrapped.
Okay, but how is he going to do a TV series when his health is that bad?
Exactly.
There's no way.
And you know what's going to happen is if he's faking it even the slightest little bit, which I'm sure there's a little acting into it, no pun intended, he might even mentally convince himself that he's sick, and that could speed up the process. Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate. I mean, I grew up watching, the Cosby Show and Fat Albert and the gang, and
hey,
just certain names throughout. It seems like the last 15, 20 years, names like his
big names,
Sandusky, Michael Jackson.
You gotta go with Michael.
Geez, just unfortunate events. Even like Robin Williams, that dude had everything and he hung himself.
Yeah.
Come on, really?
Now let me ask you this: you were talking about Joe Pa's legacy. What do you think is going to do with Cosby's legacy?
Yeah,
did he tarnish it?
Yeah, he did, and he's guilty before proven innocent.
Is he always going to be known before being a comedian, is he always going to be known now as the guy who basically drugged and raped women?
To this generation, the millennials, yes. To you and I, we see the comedian that ruined his career. To the millennials, they see some old comedian that is just a pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in time, like Michael Jackson, now people are still love his music.
You know what's weird about that?
It's disappearing more because he's not around.
He was seen as whatever he's been defined as, but he's always been the king of pop. Like, if he was touching kids or whatever people have accused him of over the years, you notice how I truly believe this, he was never tarnished. Like, oh, Mike screwed up, and he might not have screwed up, but he paid some money and paid someone off and went away, and then he was coming back on tour just before he died. He was going to do another tour. I remember checking into tickets for it.
Yep.
And he wasn't coming to the States. It was all European first, and then the next year he was going to come back over to the States. And that didn't stop me from buying a ticket.
I think certain generations, people could separate the music, Michael, with the personal stuff going on.
Exactly. You're right. I think you're exactly right on that. You hit it right on the head. Like, I could sensitively say I could care less what he was being accused of, because I still want to see Michael Jackson, the performer. Okay? Bill Cosby, if he went on tour next year, if he makes it that long, comedy tour, and beats all this stuff and has to pay all this buck money to make it go away, would you go see him on tour next year doing stand-up?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen him in the 50 years I've been alive. I'm not going to go see him next year.
I mean, if there was an episode of the Cosby Show on,
oh, I love the Cosby Show.
You'd watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. See, it doesn't take that away from me. Like, this guy's going to have a big struggle, and I don't know what they're going to try to squeeze out of his wife, because if he was on the road as much as he was, because he was,
she's not going to know.
She's not going to know anything.
I think she knew he wasn't being faithful to her, and I think that's probably the picture they're gonna.
And you know what? In a position like that, you are married to someone that's that publicly well known, that famous, that has it thrown at his feet every day. You kind of have to just expect that just comes with the gig of being married to a big celebrity.
So let me ask you this, okay? I agree with what you said. With power, with fame comes power.
Whether it's right or not, I'm not condoning it, but you just almost have to accept that's just.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you, but you have to throw in the mix that he had to supposedly drug these women.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
Without the drugs, if he just had sex with these women, then I think people would be more, I don't want to say tolerant, I don't want to come out sounding insensitive.
So it's a different story breaking now if Bill Cosby had 13 mistresses, or 13 women stepped forward, or 40 women stepped forward over all the years and said, yeah, Bill Cosby cheated on his wife with me.
And it wouldn't surprise me. Look at Tiger.
Out of the 50 that are stepping forward, how many of those probably willingful?
That might be a different story.
Bingo, that's where I'm going with it. I think that it's probably a mix of both.
It's turning into a he said, she said, because they waited so long. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand. You know, if you get raped or drugged or what have you, then you need to go to the police. I'd be there the next day.
Right away. Yeah. Well, you know, and that's our thinking on it. And you just touched on it.
Well,
fame and power.
I was.
With power, he can tell whoever his bouncers or bodyguards are to let Jane Doe know, hey, you say or do anything, we'll come back and take care of this ourselves personally. So there's a fear factor because of that power.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that happened in every case that he, you know, whether he drugged them or not, if they consented to it or not, there's here's some hush money, and if you do or say anything, we're going to come back and get you.
Do you think any of them took any money yet?
Ooh. That, I wouldn't doubt it, but for the sake of keeping face and making sure that he doesn't, if someone were to say, I took money so that I wouldn't say anything, that evaporates their whole "I got raped" concept right out.
Absolutely.
They don't have anything to go on.
Well, it goes back to the old Michael Jackson theory. You know, he paid some people off. He paid some boys off
Just to get rid of them.
and he said that he paid them off just to put this whole thing behind you. I'm sorry, but if you're an innocent person, I'm not going to throw away, millions of dollars just to say, okay, I'm putting it behind me.
I'm with you on that. I'd fight it tooth and nail, but then, I'm sure from a lawyer's perspective, he or she would come in and say, look, Joe, this kid's got the sympathy card. He cries in front of a jury, you're screwed. Whether he's stumbling or his story changes 10 times over, a couple tears comes out of a kid's eyes, that jury's, they're not collaborating long on what their, guilty or not verdict. That's going to be real short-lived for whoever.
It's sad because I really like Bill Cosby, and he's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the in the eyes of the public out there, he's already been.
He's hung. He's done. Yeah.
Hey, you better rephrase that.
Yeah. Whoops. He's done.
He's done.
He's done. Let me just put it that way. So, did you see the whole Steve Harvey mess up?
I didn't see it. I heard about it, and I could honestly care less.
It was very comical. I watched it live as it happened. There's a story out right now where let me see if I can find it real fast here. I think
the loser.
Come on, where is it? I think it's Miss Columbia, the one that actually was told that won and then lost.
Yeah.
Actually came out and said, yeah, I support Steve Harvey being there next year to host the show. And I found that pretty cool that she would do something like that, considering... Here it is right here. Yeah, Miss Universe... Oh, it was Miss Universe supports it. So Miss Philippines supports having Steve Harvey return. Now, what happened was... and I even talked about it right after it happened. He gets his little card, and it says... Second runner-up, Miss USA, on the far left. And then right under that, it says first runner-up, Miss Columbia. And then on the far right, on the bottom right-hand corner, it says Miss Universe, Miss Philippines.
Okay.
So, like I said, if you're holding that card and your right hand's covering up most of it because you're holding it in your right hand and the general... bulk of the information's on the left, he sees second USA, first Columbia. That's my mindset on it. And so that's what he does. He says Miss USA is first runner-up, and Miss Columbia's, I'm pulling it up right now for you, the card. Columbia's first and takes the... Miss Universe. So after he makes the announcement, Miss Columbia gets the little crown put on her head. She gets her nice little doohickey that hang over her neck.
How far did that go? Did he just slip up on the name, or did he give the crown to the wrong girl too?
The girl's already crowned.
Wow.
Here's the picture.
How do you say my bad?
And he does. There's Columbia on the left. She's got crown, satchel. Is that what that's
like
called?
Teasing a fat kid with a donut.
And then as soon as everyone applauds, as soon as people start applauding, Steve's like, I made a mistake. And like you could see everyone's reaction in the crowd like, oh my God, did he really just say that? And he's like, I made a mistake. Miss Philippines is actually the here it is, the card. I'm looking for it, okay? So if you're right-handed, like he is, and you're holding the card like that, you see second runner-up, USA, first runner-up, Columbia. But if you're reading fast, here's a better picture.
I look at it as...
Okay. Quickly, second runner-up, what registers to me is second place USA, first place Colombia. Boom. And you don't even look down there. Because look at where Philippines is. Such small print. Again, if you're holding it like this, second USA, first Colombia.
Why don't they just have first, second, and then Miss Universe?
They do. But Miss Universe is way over there. Now, for a guy that's hosting the Miss Universe, he's not seeing that's second place, because first runner-up is technically second place.
Right.
There's your winner.
If
First,
you're
second,
first, you're
third.
last.
Yeah. So maybe next year or moving forward for all pageants, you should just have not your second runner-up and first runner-up. It should be literally, hey, here is your loser. Here's third place,
First loser,
second place, and then the winner of it. So, like I said, my logic behind it is Miss USA was second, and he sees first. He doesn't know that means second place.
Right.
The average Joe, doesn't know that.
Thank you.
They see first place, Miss Columbia. She won. So, they're applauding, and he, the look on his face is like, whoops. And there it is right there. He's like, honest mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. You're a big Steve Harvey fan?
Big, no, but I appreciate his work.
I'm surprised, and I've gone on record as saying this, but I'm surprised nobody else has picked it up. Why hasn't there been a Richard Pryor movie with Steve Harvey playing Richard Pryor?
Yeah,
they look alike. They
might be a
sound
long-lost
alike.
kid somewhere along
They're
the
both
way.
comedians. I mean, he would be the perfect one to play a Richard Pryor. And I'm sorry, but Richard Pryor was one of the funniest comedians ever.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been a Richard Pryor movie at all.
Yeah, there hasn't been a Richard Pryor since Richard Pryor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Comedy's changed, man. It's a whole different level now. So
Steve Harvey, if you're listening, contact me. I'll hook you up with a good movie deal.
A deal. You'll hook him up with a deal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna pass on the alphabet game this episode because I did play that with Mia and Maya Christmas special.
You did.
Yeah, and they got the dog walked on them. We started a second game and the video cut off. So if you guys watch that, it's kind of fun to watch. But they brought it and I spanked it down and they went home, unhappy.
Tail between your legs.
Bingo. Yeah.
Daddy won again.
That's right. So next episode we'll play the alphabet game.
What are you gonna do next time? Play with Eva and Leo?
Yeah, there you go. You get a couple more wins. I'm still undefeated. Haven't been beat.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
I'm back now.
Yeah, now you're back. You
Now
do some homework there. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you visit the website briangouldshow.com. Get all your sweet, cool T-shirts and stuff there. All the links you need for social media is in the description below, or definitely go to briangouldshow.com. Hit up the question there, the survey, and also starting on Tuesdays, starting tomorrow, I'm going to have my top pick Tuesday. It'd be funny stuff. You guys will like it. I'll post up a video tomorrow. Sorry again, once my voice is all jacked up, but go blue. And Gatorade's tasting good right now, just for the record. I'm your host, Brian Gould, signing off with
Joe Sayonara. Cool.
Happy New Year, guys.